Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I'm your most favorite manifestation coach under the sun. Reason why there's no such coaching program like my coaching program, and nobody spends as much time with and on their clients like I do. True story. All the information from me is below, irregardless of the package that you choose. I recommend 2 to 3 months in coaching with me, and I do spend 2 to 3 times per week in either case of any package that you choose, interacting with you, whether that's audio exchange, Zoom sessions, face-to-face interaction, or phone calls, okay? For different people, different kinds of packages. This frequency literally does not exist anywhere on the internet, and I designed this coaching with the necessities in mind for people who really want to revolutionize their life, understand once and for all how to manifest and what they need to process in my coaching. This is why my coaching is very thorough, very direct. I'm a very honest coach, and I don't dilly-dally. So I start covering your history. That's the beginning. We get into forgiveness, letting go of certain emotions that are blocking you at the moment, getting to know your beliefs, hugely important. And then and only then do I proceed to teach you how to manifest effortlessly. But by then, usually when you're in my coaching, you see such profound shifts in your own thinking, in your own, the way that you feel as a person, that your manifestations will start to come up out of nowhere seemingly. But that's what it really is. I'm not into discussing these, lighthearted and quite frankly, very superficial techniques like affirmations and persist and this and that. You know what? There's more than enough people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about out there. I know exactly what I'm doing. I have done this for 8 years now. And I pride myself in really doing due diligence by my clients so that they understand completely what they need to do. Now, if you do it, that's another story. But you will leave my coaching understanding exactly what you need to do going forward, exactly what you need to continue working on, because the work never ends, but you will understand completely what were your blocks. You will work through them and you will continue on that road of manifestation with all the plethora of material that you will leave with from my coaching, having all the recordings between us, etc. If you want to be in my coaching, you need to pre-book, you need to sign the coaching agreement. You have the option of booking an hour first before you book the monthly, and I can always apply that. However, you need to come prepared to work. You need to be humble, open, and honest, and open to my suggestions. I wanted to thank everybody for joining my impromptu live last night and tell you that we will have a live on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so get your questions ready. Ultimately, I can answer any question during the live, but ultimately, the idea is for you to change your life and get into my coaching. The subject of today is you have all the power. This is what I really do work in my coaching with every single person, for them to really grasp and understand that the power has never left them. They've just mishandled it, they forgot about it, and they are acting as if they're powerless. Okay, so for a lot of people, this is something that is of an adjustment to start believing that you're actually quite powerful. And some people equate this kind of mentality of I am the god of my reality and I can create anything and I have all the power to being narcissistic, to being ego-driven. I most certainly do not. This is a reawakening of your true potential, the true understanding that you are in charge. And you have always been in charge. You have just been lied to by whoever along the way of your upbringing, maybe in childhood, maybe in your formative years. Somebody literally outright lied to you, maybe not knowing what they're communicating to you, or on purpose, wanting to manipulate you, wanting to really deceive you about basically your basic human right to create your own reality on purpose. And this is what I do day in and day out, is literally help people rediscover their true natures, that they are the God of their reality, that they are the golden Buddha of their worlds. What I find a lot of coaches are not focusing on at all, is the rediscovery of the person in front of them in their coaching. Not understanding, not even a little bit, what it is, how important it is, and what it is they need to do to help this person uncover the Buddha, the golden Buddha that is already there, present in that person. And like I said, that has been buying into some bullshit beliefs. Okay. And so what a lot of people, coaches, I should say, do is regurgitate Neville Goddard till the end of motherfucking time, regurgitate that you need affirmations, that you need the self-concept, okay? It's like plastering a lot of pretty shit on top of like a pile of shit, okay? So this is the metaphor that is gross, I agree. However, it's so true because you ultimately do not achieve any results, maybe some temporary results that you can barely hold on to, that disappear just as quickly as they came. Okay, it is way more productive for you to invest in yourself and continue investing in yourself day in and day out throughout the journey of your life, because you need to understand that if you don't discover who you are, if you don't change who you are, no fucking technique under the sun will ever help you. It just won't happen. And so the more productive way of going about rediscovering your power and thus applying it conscientiously and knowingly is changing who you are, is adjusting your perception about who it is that is actually operating your world. And that is way more exciting for me, which is why my fascination with this work, okay, I record as often as I do for my channel, not because, of any other reason other than I can't get enough of it. I can't get enough of, first of all, inspiring people to go on this journey for themselves, and hopefully in coaching with me, because I know exactly how to turn things around if you let me. Again, you have to be a willing participant, and I don't really care what kind of coach you've been to. I really fucking don't. I've heard every single story under the sun by now in my coaching, how, people go through coach after coach after coach for a reason, because not a lot of people out there understand how to really do this productively. It's a very elegant and simple method. However, you have to, first of all, have the patience for it, okay? The knowledge for it, and to really have the finesse behind not just applying the same fucking copy and paste affirmations or technique to every single person in your coaching, but to actually examine the person in front of you, like I said, because every person is a gem. And so increasing your power or rediscovering your power comes from investing in yourself. So if right now you're struggling emotionally around a certain problem like NSP, a relationship problem, okay, of any kind, you have struggled with this idea for years. This is not the first person, okay? This person is just a representation of what you have going on inside. Okay, your bank account is a representation of what it is that you have going on inside as far as your self-worth. And chances are, like I say, most of the people that come into my coaching, they have a lot of these insecurities, self-worth issues, because precisely for the reason that they are not offering themselves these experiences that they say they want. They say on paper, they will tell you till the cows come home that yes, I want my SP back, and I want them to be this way and the other way, and I want this sum of money, and I want this outcome. But they don't actually believe it. Why? Because it's been so ingrained in their mind that, first of all, they're not powerful. Secondly, it's egotistical or narcissistic to want what they want. And don't be so greedy, and shut up and know your place and go in the corner and be quiet. And then you're a good person. Let me tell you how absolutely obnoxious, stupid, and ridiculous all of that is. But yet, a lot of people walk around with this programming, okay? And your job is to start questioning things, okay? Like last night, Butterfly came on, and I'm not sure what her point, or he or she, point was about continuing to talk about this is toxic and this is ego driven. There's no such thing when you're actually doing right by yourself. I think the toxic situation, maybe I misunderstood, but it surely felt like I was talking about getting an apology, and yet the reaction was this is toxic and you know, something, it's ego driven. Let me tell you what's ego driven. Ego driven is somebody who's convincing you that you cannot have what it is you want. Toxic is for somebody convincing you that you don't want to wish for what you want. That's toxic and ego driven. You should get everything that you want with the intention behind it that it's for the best in the best interest of everybody involved, and you don't have to lie, cheat, or steal from anybody. Okay, breaking through that, you know, these ideologies that a lot of people have, and yet they call themselves spiritual, which just is cringeworthy beyond belief. Where, you know, there's all these layers in the manifestational world where people allow themselves only to manifest the bare minimum, or only what they see kind of like that is allowed as per their standards, never reaching their full potential, or saying that they went to the coach and they worked on their beliefs, meanwhile they don't experience their dream life. All of this is so much crap, and I'm just here to tell you that if you have a belief system that is telling you that you're not supposed to get what you want, or you're not getting what you want, you have a problem. And I don't care how much work you think you're doing, or I don't care how spiritual you think you are. You're not doing it the right way, period. Spirituality is not based in limiting yourself. The minute you're limiting yourself, the minute your reality is limited in any fucking capacity, you are on the wrong track, my darling. Period. The end. You're not doing anybody a fucking favor by not getting what you want and staying in your little cocoon. Okay, you're supposed to fly like a real butterfly, and not, you know, come on the coach's live and talk about toxicity behind influencing other people. There's no such thing. Now, if you're using it in a toxic way, that's another story. Okay, and the reason I'm kind of like really irritated around these subjects is because I really want for people to know the truth behind what manifestation really represents. Manifestation represents your power that you have an unlimited amount of. Now, if you have this knowledge, if you have this understanding, if you are at peace with yourself, having worked through your beliefs and understand, and you come to this realization that holy shit bananas, all this time I was sleeping and I have all this fucking power, do you really think that you're going to use it in a toxic way? Or do you really think that you're going to use it to harm somebody? No, that's stupid. That's completely low level situation. Most people, if they really understood how much power they have, they would not use it to harm anybody. But unfortunately, a lot of people, and I really hate to say it, but a lot of them are in the manifestational circle pretending to be these people who understand a lot about spirituality, this and that. Meanwhile, they really fucking don't. And a lot of people get into it for different reasons. Some of them to make money off of people and without even, you know, beginning to help them. Some of them just to say that they're spiritual, etc., etc. If you are not living your dream life, if you are limiting yourself somehow, you're not all that spiritual at all, at all, at all. And it's a high time you re-examine your values and your beliefs about what spirituality actually is. Okay, you're supposed to really grasp the potentiality behind your power and start performing in your life the way that you really want without holding back. So if you're getting up in the morning and saying, I shouldn't, I couldn't, there's no way, you have a problem. That's it. And again, everything can be used in different ways. But again, a person who is really spiritually upgraded isn't going to use this power in the wrong way. And so if you're using it to harm somebody, if you're using it in some kind of like weird way, that's your problem. But the way that I teach, the way that I advertise what I am bringing to the table, is that yes, you can get any apology. Yes, you can get anybody obsessed. Yes, you can get any money that you fucking dream of or haven't even dreamed of. The idea, though, is to do it benevolently. And for a lot of people, okay, like I said, this is something completely not, it doesn't click in somehow. They think that this is, I mean, there have been religious people that came after me on this channel and said I was made of Satan or some shit like that. There have been people who, told me that I was a liar, that I feed off of like desperate people and all this kind of shit. Now, how the fuck do you make sense of that when my own life is a testament of everything that I teach? Okay. Everything I talk about on my channel, I have lived myself, and so have my clients. Okay, this is 100% true. And last night also somebody came on and said, what have you attracted? Oh, how long do you have? How many days do you have? So that I can tell you my entire fucking life story. Because literally, first of all, manifesting is effortless. And like you, I've been manifesting since I knew how to be conscious. I mean, it's inevitable. Once you're conscious, okay, even though you're a child, you're manifesting. Now, are you manifesting on purpose? Probably not. On purpose, I would say I started manifesting around age 12, and I talked about this. And so this whole situation is to completely fine-tune your manifestational power and give yourself back the power over the entire world. Is it narcissistic? Is it ego-driven? To then claim, yes, I have power over everybody in my world, mentally, emotionally, energetically. No, it isn't. Because you're fucking doing it anyway. I'm just trying to explain to you that you don't have to be miserable, if that's okay. I'm just trying to tell you that instead of making outcomes for yourself that you don't enjoy, you can create a scenario that's going to blow your socks off in a very benevolent way, in the best sense imaginable. You're already doing it. Like I said, you've been manifesting since you were a little child, unknowingly so. The only difference is that now you're going to do it on purpose, without having to harm anybody. You can get your shit without harming anybody. And so again, I think it's collectively this kind of like premise exists in the mentality of a lot of people, that in order for you to get something, somebody has to suffer, you have to overstep some boundaries, you have to, violate somebody's free will, which none of this exists. But none of this. If you completely like ingrain this truth, or at least try to, or come into my coaching and let me explain to you, if you're open to suggestions, okay? If you're not open, forget about it. Like if you think you've done the work and, all what people tell me and they try to argue with me, then what the hell are you doing on my channel? I have no idea. If you've done the work, you know everything. Why do you need to listen to a YouTube video or an audio? You know it all, right? Well, if you don't have what you want, then you don't. Then something isn't right. And so then you maybe you're not doing it correctly. And maybe you have some things to learn here from me, where I don't make it nearly as complicated and complex for my clients or for my listeners, for that matter. It's just one-on-one is a different story in coaching with me. You can listen to my audios and my videos till the end of time, and you still won't get the benefit that you will get from coaching. Why? Simple reason. I'm not discussing your personal life story with you. It would be the same if you went to the most brilliant speaker on earth. If Neville came back from dead and you went to his lecture for 2 hours, and you would be sitting there, and upon completion of that, lecture, you would be like, my life is transformed. Bullshit. He just speaks to you. He offers some ideas. You can ponder on these ideas. But at the end of the day, a one-on-one coaching is a must for you to really download all the processes that you need to do in your particular case, all the things that you need to realize in your particular case, because you have your own story. Simple like this. Okay. Otherwise, you will be like the rest of the world, watching 300 million videos till the end of motherfucking time. And that's honestly, don't you have something else to do? Increasing your power is by investing in yourself. So whether that's in coaching, whether that's starting your new business, creating new ideas in your life, asking for the things that you never dared for before, creating a new idea of SP, a new version in your mind of your SP, creating the new normal. And I spoke about this last night, and there's nothing else that is so supremely powerful that can transform your entire life to the point where you can hardly recognize yourself, okay? You'll look back, provided you've done the work, you will look back on this moment in time and you will be like, I cannot believe that I was subscribing to all this bullshit. The truth is a lot more elegant, a lot more simple, a lot more easy to digest. Is it easy to do the work? No, it's not. But the information is very digestible. It doesn't involve you twisting yourself into a pretzel of 10,000 affirmations. It doesn't involve you forcing yourself to believe something. No such thing is necessary. Okay. And again, if you come into my coaching, it will be blatantly apparent to you. However, understand that if any limitation arises, whether that's in your processes that you're doing right now, if it feels conflicted, if it feels weird, if it feels out of sorts, if you feel limited, if you feel some type of way, you're not doing it the right way. And if you ultimately don't have the life that you want today, getting the life that you want to have is easy once you become that person who is in accordance vibrationally with that life. It's automatic. You don't have to try hard. So the entire focus is on you and rediscovering your power. You want your power, you have to start investing in yourself, in understanding who you are, who is controlling your universe, and that you are completely unlimited. Thank you very much for listening. All the information from me is below. Until next time. Ciao, ciao.